Hi everyone. This is I guess our summer podcast. Something informal that we want to do to communicate out to the parents and the children who are gearing up for the upcoming year. But as you can see here, we have a special guest here, Carol Laughlin. And what I wanted to do is I wanted for Carol to share some of the great things that happened last year. In particular, what we call our 10-10 success, because I think it's a secret that many parents do not know about. I think a few people have, but I think after Carol explains a little bit more, you'll see what a great job we did last year and what we have forward to next year. So can you tell us a little bit more about 10-10?
Absolutely. So this year was a banner year for Quail Run. It truly was. We made exceptional growth with our API and had a 926 API, which is exceptional. And what we're really proud about is our state ranking. So there are two types of rankings that schools can get, and it's all based on your API score. The first ranking is just your basic state ranking, and the highest ranking that you can have is a 10, and Quail Run received a 10 this year.
Awesome.
And then the second ranking is called a similar school ranking. What they do is they select 99 other schools that have similar demographics, so similar ethnicities, similar economic demographics, similar English learners, special education populations. They take your other 99 schools and then they rank you from 10 to 1, 10 being the highest. And when we were ranked with schools that were similar to Quail Run, we also received a 10 ranking. So the highest ranking a school can have in the state is a 10-10, and we're really proud that Quail Run's a 10-10. I know that we have really wonderful demographics and we celebrate the diversity here at our campus, and so
Absolutely.
It really was a testament to the hard work that our staff and parents have done this year.
And 10-10s, I mean, they don't come by very often. I think there are only a few schools that actually had 10-10s at elementary schools, right?
I think there are 4 other elementary schools in the San Ramon Valley Unified School District, and that's it. So
and considering that we have such a great district to begin with, right? And we have 4 of them, I think that's absolutely amazing.
I agree.
Right?
And we are incredibly proud, so we want to get the word out on that as well. Well, and also, I mean, it has been a banner year for our parent involvement as well. And
Absolutely.
You're our PTA president, and you've done some really incredible activities this year to promote involvement. Talk a little bit about that.
I think to me, when I look at some of the things we did last year, to me it was really the stepping stones and the foundation I think we're really going to build for some of the things that we're building for next year. And parent involvement is really the most important thing, because in order to maintain the success that we've had both academically as well as socially within our community, I think they're really tied together very closely. And it's not just about the students, it's really about the families really coming together to support everything that goes on in the school with the administration staff, with the teachers. Everybody really has to come together and really work towards the type of success in academic achievement as well as their own personal growth. And I think with the 10-10 and the other 10 part being what makes, I think, Quail Run really unique, and I really wouldn't want to have it any other way. I think this is one of the great things about Quail Run. It's anyone can get that first. Well, not anyone, okay, but that first being the top 10% score-wise is that in itself is an achievement. But when you can have the quality of the diversification as a part of that school, which is more of a real-world environment, which is what we really want to try and emulate in our school environment here, I think that's what makes Quail Run so unique.
I agree.
So when we had those town hall meetings, and we had really passionate parents talking about each of those areas and what could be done, and we're actually making a lot of strides just in those areas just for next year. For example, we just had I think last week our very first meeting for the school garden.
Exactly. And also our running club. We have a fitness
and the running club
that's beginning.
Right.
One of the offshoots actually from the town hall meeting was to involve our parents in tutoring students who needed support.
Oh, that's right.
And we started that on Monday for summer school, and we have 12 students who are receiving tutoring for the next month from community members here who are giving an hour a day to help tutor and
Yeah.
support our students. So
That's a great
our
example.
community is coming together to really continue the excellence that we've developed so far. And I know that we have a registration coming up, and
Yes,
that is such a key date because we need all of our parents to be present at our registration to participate in the programs. And I know it's a big part of our fundraising as well, because
Absolutely, absolutely.
the funding that we get from the state and the federal government really doesn't support all the programs that we provide here at Quail Run. Our parents support our library program, they support our math program, art and music assistance, reading assistance, and then they have provided the funding for our one-to-one laptop program where all of our fifth grade students have a laptop that they work on, as well as iPod touches that are used at all the grade levels. So as we grow, we need that continued parent participation. And this year, we're really striving for 100% parent participation, because that 10 times 10 is going to give
10
us
times.
100%.
That's right, 10
parent
times. And so I think really, I think you touched on a great point in terms of really focusing on our theme, which is 10 times 10, which is 100. So that 100% participation is really important in order to continue the success for into next year. And that's not just being involved in some of the things, but that also it's also be about contributing to the Learning Fund, which really funds a lot of the things that the state doesn't. And if you look at, well, how can we be so successful in achieving such great scores and becoming a 10-10? It's because of those additional resources that the Learning Fund, through the parents, right? The parents through the Learning Fund, actually contributes to those additional resources that directly affects the performance in the classrooms.
That's right.
Really,
That's
really
right.
critical.
So when we have our registration in August, we are really inviting all of our parents to participate, not only to sign up to volunteer and get involved in the school, but also to contribute to the Learning Fund, because if we do get 100% participation, we can expand all of these programs exponentially and
Absolutely.
continue to make an incredible impact on the school.
I tell you what, if when you look at what we were able to successfully accomplish last year, and what I know by getting to the point where we have 100% participation from all of our families, if there wasn't 11-11, we'd be the only one in that category.
We would be
And I know that with your support and your participation, I know we can actually get there. And that's at least as a parent, that's what I really want for the parents to come together and really have and set a tone really for really all the other schools in the district. And I think we can really do that.
We can do it.
And we're going to be having a survey that's going to be coming out. That's going to be talking about a little bit some of the programs that the PTA is going to be involved with, as well as getting more of your input of the type of things that you would want to see the PTA being involved with. Specifically in the after-school enrichment. But I think what's really important is that we have communications like this. I think instead of putting together maybe a formal whiz-bang thing where it takes us 3 weeks to get out, I really like your feedback from the people that are watching this podcast on some of these informal things that we have more on a frequent basis, because I really think that as a communication tool, the podcast is a very effective one. So one of the things that I encourage you to do is to comment on these type of communications, because I think that we're all very busy. We all get a lot of emails. But I think something like this, where you can really have an opportunity to hear from Carol, and maybe some other people. Maybe we can have Rachel come and speak about the Learning Fund, some of the things that are going on with some of the programs, with health and fitness. I think this is a great way to actually share all the exciting things that are happening at Quail Run for the remainder of the year.
That sounds great. And so we're going to look forward to seeing all of you, our community members, at our registration in August. August 12th, we have 2 registrations, one from 9 to 1, the other from 4 to 7. Make an effort to come. We look forward to getting 100% participation this year, not only in our volunteerism, but as well as contributions. So have a great summer, and we'll see you all in August.
Right. See you later. Thanks.